So what is it that I so value about groups and group therapy and being a member in a group? I think that because we spend so much of our lives in group contexts, many of our relational patterns are created in group contexts, like the original family system, for example, or friend groups. This means that a lot of our repetitions and maybe destructive interpersonal patterns are going to be elicited in group therapy, but maybe not in individual therapy. I think that people tend to seek out an individual therapist who makes them feel safe and comfortable, but this means that they're seeking out the type of person least likely to elicit their unhealthy behavioral interpersonal patterns. In a group, you're going to be encountering people with all different types of personalities and from all different types of backgrounds, and you can't choose who you're with in a group. So this means that your patterns are very likely going to be evoked, and you're going to be able to work through them in a group context. Also, group is extremely activating. It's full of frustrations and misunderstandings and vying for attention. Unlike in an individual therapy session where you're sitting across from someone who's trained in warmth and non-judgment and compassion, and of course these things are great, but it may mean that you're less likely to have some of the messiness evoked and therefore less likely to be able to work on some of that in an individual therapy session. Also, group is really concentrated in the here and now. So it's all about what's happening between the group members in the present moment. And so these reenactments of dynamics that we might have outside of group are going to happen in an experiential situation in the here and now between members. They're less likely to happen when we're talking about something that happened in the past. But group offers this experience to have real-time interactions and have your patterns play out in real time in plain view of everyone. So feedback delivered in that moment is going to be a lot more potent than feedback delivered about something that happened in the past. And all of this kind of points to the way in which group is sort of a microcosm of the outside world. And so it affords the opportunity to practice behavioral changes and take risks in relationship in a way that might be less likely in individual therapy, which mirrors the outside world a little bit less than group does. Louis Ormond, who's one of the pioneers of group therapy in the US, actually says, traversing from the group room to the world is a much shorter step than traversing from the individual therapist's office to the world. So it really offers this amazing opportunity to rehearse new behaviors that you want to try in your outside life.